This is a test. If you could see what I've got rigged up here, you would laugh. I've got my iPhone on a firm grip, on another firm grip, and it's tied to a branch. This is technology. Okay, so I'm going to show you a little bit of work in progress. And we'll see how that works. Okay, so today I'm going to be laying out a little bit more colour and really just working on these two trees. I want them to look really rhythmical and colourful and very painterly. And then I will be using pre-felts to do the leaves, and the way that will work, I've got some pre-felts here that I've made, and I really recommend anybody who hasn't used pre-felts to just do it. It's fun, it adds a brilliant dimension to your work. If you've ever wanted in your felting to produce some nice definite sharp head shapes, this is the way you do it. And just to give you an example, so here I'm just cutting a piece of this pre-felt, and pre-felt is all it is felt that's not been fully felted. So as you can see, I could actually pull this apart, if you can see here. So if I wanted to, I could break that down into other layers, but as you can see, look, the silks are barely in it. It's, you know, it's just not quite ready to be felted, but it'll hold a definite shape. So if you see, I'm just going to cut one leaf shape out of this. And I think the thing that I really like about using my own pre-felts, and you can use shop bought felt to do this, but you can still get that variety of colour, you can still get that lovely painterliness, and in a way it's a bit like one of my favourite children's illustrators, Eric Carle, and it's like creating a collage with treated paper, and I really like that. So when it comes to wetting it down and felting, that will retain its shape. These, you know, there might be a bit of travel there, but I kind of like the travel. I kind of like that the felt has a little say in what it's going to be doing. It's got a little bit of a personality, and but this is my stamp of I want that there, and it's going to be a leaf shape, so no. The other way that you could do leaf shapes, I'll just use this piece of blue just to give you an idea. Take a couple of tufts and kind of just pinch them at the ends. It's quite a nice way to sort of make petal shapes, and you can trim that. You could trim that with a pair of scissors and sort of make that into a sort of a petal shape and use that. But obviously that's not going to be as nice, is it, as my leaf? So use pre-felts. Pre-felts are awesome. Don't be afraid of them. And it's a really good way of using up work that you think's a bit crap, really. You know, if it goes wrong, don't throw it away. Cut it up. Use it in another piece of work. I urge you. That's just the best thing ever about pre-felts, is that, you know, that felt still has a life. If it's not worked out how you want it, you can still use it for something else. So we're going to block this in. I'm really going to be working on these two trees. I really want to work on this twist, and I want to get these branches going, and then it will be leaf time. I think I may be doing a little bit of carding, so I'm going to be using these babies, and we'll be mixing some colours, mixing some nice silks into it. Silk is lovely. It will bring a beautiful, beautiful element to your work, but it is also the enemy. For some reason, silk and I battle. I love it and I hate it. It is my nemesis. is, you know, what's that advert with old Brad Pitt in the moment? It is my baggage, it is my muse or whatever. It's always there. So that's what we're going to do today. And this is going to move this piece of work along, and hopefully we're going to be rolling this at the end of the week, and hopefully it's going to be amazing, and I'm going to be really happy, and my client's going to be really happy, and I won't have to start again, which is obviously, you know, the fear of the artist is that it goes pants wrong. It all goes a bit Pete Tong. So I'm not entirely happy with how the tree trunks are going, but I'm liking where all the branches and things are. So I thought I'd have a little break from trying to sort of figure out the tree trunks, and I thought I'd do a little bit of the leaf work, and then I might be able to come back to the tree trunks and feel like I've got a little bit more clarity. So what I'm doing here is I'm using scraps of old bits of felt that I've made. I think this was what was left of an iPad hold that I made for someone, and I think this was a corsage at some point. And I'm just cutting out leaf shapes. And as you can see, when I talked about that sort of collage feel, you can really see that because you've got that, you know, difference of tones. If you have a look, you can see it's not just flat, it's flat yellow on the back, but because it's got lots of different tones in it, when you cut those shapes out, you still retain that really lovely painterly quality, but you've got the leaf shape. So it's like Eric Carle, it's the hungry caterpillar effect, that's what we should call it. And I'm just trying to group really nice bodies of colour together. So obviously the blue tree is getting blues and purples and greens, and the orange tree is getting reds and yellows and pinks and orange. I think I need to do some more pinks. But I'm just sort of finding little bits and pieces at the moment in my stash, and that, you know, we can sort of tap into that. And I really like, I don't know, I think I guess I sort of get a little bit romantic about it, but I really like the fact that other bits of work go into this work. So, for instance, this is really old. I think this is from one of the first pieces of felt I ever made. And I've pinched from it. I think it was one of the first, because if you can see, it's not very well felted. But I don't throw anything away, and I've carted this stuff over, you know, 3 continents now. But I take it with me, and you never know. And I guess I'm liking that this bit has got a little bit of green in it as well, you know, so it just makes it a little bit more interesting. But, you know, I think I like that. I like the fact that there's sort of memories of other bits of work in it, if you will, you know. So I'll be telling my client that, and hopefully she will love the fact that bits of failed art are in this. But I think now I can sort of see how that's going to kind of pan out. In fact, I probably should go up the ladder now and take a photo of where we are. I'm just not really happy with these kind of marks. I like